Hey everyone, and welcome back to PixelTales. Today I've got a special story for you, one that combines my love for chess with a powerful lesson. This isn't just about strategy, it's about character. Let's dive into the tale of the king's silent chess game. Long, long ago, nestled in a kingdom where the 64 squares of a chessboard held more significance than mere wood and ivory, there lived a king. This king was a master of the game, a monarch whose reputation on the checkered battlefield was as formidable as his rule over the land. One day, filled with a sense of pride and a desire to find a truly worthy mind, he issued a grand challenge that echoed through every village and city. "Defeat me in a game of chess," his royal decree proclaimed, "and I will bestow upon you riches beyond your wildest dreams, a fortune to last a lifetime." The promise of immense wealth was a siren's call. From every corner of the kingdom, and even from lands far beyond, challengers arrived at the castle gates. They were valiant knights, their minds as sharp as their swords. They were wise scholars, their heads filled with ancient strategies and complex theories. Even seasoned travelers who had played against masters from 100 different cultures came to try their luck and skill. They all came one by one to face the king in his magnificent royal hall, where a grand chessboard sat, glowing under a single focused beam of light. But this was no ordinary chess match. The king played in absolute unnerving silence. He offered no words of greeting, no acknowledgments, no expressions of triumph or frustration. His face was a stoic mask, completely unreadable, revealing nothing of his thoughts or intentions. His moves were a study in perfection, precise, calculated, and utterly relentless. He was like a machine, each move flowing into the next with cold, logical inevitability. The challengers, accustomed to the subtle psychological games of banter and expression, found themselves completely disarmed. They would make a move, searching his face for a flicker of concern, a hint of a trap, but they found nothing. This silence became a weapon, amplifying their own anxieties and forcing them into making rash, unforced errors. One after another they left the hall, their heads hung low in frustration and defeat, the king's silence echoing louder than any boast. Then, one sunny afternoon, a new figure appeared at the palace. He was not a knight in shining armor or a scholar in fine robes. He was a humble farmer's son, dressed in simple, worn clothes. There was no air of arrogance about him, no boastful claims of his skill. He did not tremble in fear before the stern monarch. He simply approached the grand chessboard with a look of quiet curiosity and a calm demeanor. He bowed respectfully to the king and sat down, his heart steady, his mind open. He was not there to conquer the king or to seize his riches. He was there to play. The game began. The familiar silence descended upon the hall. The king, as always, moved his pieces with flawless precision, his face an emotionless canvas. But this time something was different. The boy did not seem rattled by the silence. He didn't try to read the king's mind or anticipate a hidden trick based on a non-existent tell. Instead, he focused entirely on the board. He played not with the burning desire to win, but with a genuine passion to learn. He observed the flow of the game, studying the intricate dance of the pieces. He respected each of the king's moves, seeing the genius behind them. He moved his own pieces with thoughtful patience, each placement a quiet question, a gentle exploration of the game's infinite possibilities. He wasn't fighting the king. He was in a dialogue with the game itself. For hours, the only sound was the soft click of wood on wood as the pieces glided across the board. The boy would occasionally smile softly, not in triumph, but in appreciation of a clever maneuver by his opponent. The game reached a critical point. The board was a complex web of threats and opportunities. The entire court held its breath, expecting the boy to finally crack under the immense pressure. But he remained calm, his gaze fixed on the unfolding story before him. And then, the unthinkable happened. The king, who had not spoken a single word to any challenger for years, broke his profound silence. His voice, though quiet, resonated through the hall with undeniable authority. "You have passed the true test," he said, a faint smile touching his lips for the first time. The boy looked up surprised. The game wasn't even over. The king continued, "So many have come seeking victory, blinded by the promise of gold. They saw me as an obstacle to be overcome, but you saw the beauty in the struggle. You played with respect for your opponent and for the game itself. He gestured to the board. For chess is not about victory alone. It is a mirror that reflects our character. It teaches us wisdom in planning, humility in the face of a greater mind, and respect for the journey, not just the destination. And so, the farmer's son did not leave with chests of gold. He received something far more valuable. He became the king's apprentice, learning side by side with the master. He discovered that the greatest and most powerful move you can ever make in chess, and in life, is the one guided by character. This story really gets to the heart of what makes chess so beautiful. True mastery isn't just about racking up wins. It's about the wisdom you gain, the humility you learn, and the respect you show along the way. It's a lesson that applies far beyond the 64 squares. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tailies from the PixelTales channel. See you next time.